When are you and Justin getting married? I don't know. Love crossed my mind. I know you stated last that he was refusing to take medication. How's he doing now? My brother is doing awesome. Being on the TV show together, there were so many things that you guys didn't see, and they flipped so many things around. It was one of the first times where we had to be in a scary situation and ride it out together. So he saw how much I loved him and how much I would do anything for him, and I saw how much he loved me and how he would do anything for me. Lemon uses things like friendship and having great people around him to steady his ups and downs. So he has an incredible nucleus of friends that really keep him on track. So stay tuned for Lem. He's doing great things for asking. You can go check out Lem, my brother, at lempayne.com. Alice Washington Live asks, how do you know which dream to follow? I decide which dream to follow based on how many resources I have to propel that dream. For instance, I love charity, but if I don't have any money, then I can't pay for feeding hungry people. So I have to make sure that my music career is thriving enough so that I can support feeding hungry. Or I really wanted a record label, and I just knew that it wasn't the right time to do it until I had enough money to fund it. So, you know, it's one step at a time. So the beginning step for most people is just to have a real job. I mean, McDonald's, it might be a doctor, it might be a nail technician, it might be doing hair in school. But having that to fund your next great idea is what you need. The name of the new album, and will it be similar to Better? The name of the new album, if you've watched the making of my 5th studio album, The Vlog, I cannot seem to figure out a name for this album. I'm thinking Rich Hipster Volume 1, I'm thinking Chrisette Michele, and I'm thinking so I don't know what it's going to be called. It will be similar to Epiphany and Better. It's going to have a lot of soul, so it will have some of the similar elements, but it will be live instrumentation. Just watch the making of my 5th studio album, the first episode, and then we're gonna do another one. If I could work with any artist who is no longer here, who would it be and why? Billie Holiday. She was so melancholy and she sounded so broken, but she was so beautiful. She's one of my favorite artists that ever lived. When are you touring again? I'm never not performing. So you have to go to richhipster.biz and check out charades, because I'm literally always on the road. What can we expect next? Next is the album this fall, clothing line, and what was the other thing that I was talking about earlier? Oh, a tour, yeah, Rich Hipster tour. Ever thought of filming a live in concert DVD/album? Yo, yeah, long story short. Barry Conrad had some questions about me being on R&B Divas LA. What did you guys think of her on the show? I guess he didn't know I was reading this. And do you think it was good or bad for her? I'll answer that question. On the show, I had so much fun. Let's start there. I had so much fun recording with the girls. We had such a good time. It's the part, you know, that kind of I wish you guys could have seen how much fun we had. The part that was hard or uncomfortable was later on going back and watching it. At the bowling alley, bowling. Like we were actually bowling and playing like 7-year-olds. I was picking the ladies up and throwing them over my back, I'm very strong, and running around the bowling alley, but they forgot to show that part. So when can I officially join the Rich Hipster team? Everybody can join the Rich Hipster team. You just go to richhipster.biz and subscribe to the website. How do you remain so honest, humble, and keep such a lighthearted sense of humor, even when faced with not so positive situations, such as a fast-paced life? I would say that I breathe, man. Breathe into life. I breathe into experiences, literally. You guys are asking some serious questions, man. Here's a not serious one. Thank you. What's your favorite lipstick color? My favorite lipstick color right now is Heroin by MAC. It's like a medium purple. Looks good on multiple skin tones. When will you settle down and have some little ones? Or do you even want these things? I'm not sure if I want them to come out of my vagina. So there's a possibility that I'll have some in my house. But pushing a human being, person, out of my balls, I'd have to pray on it. I do definitely want to adopt, and I see myself having about 11 kids. So, are you done with the short, natural look, or just trying something new out? I think I might be done with it being short, but I don't know. I mean, I change my mind every 25 minutes, so I'm growing my natural hair out. We'll see what it does, man. I have an idea of what I want to do with it next, but I'm in the midst of a year-long protective styling. I'm just playing, you know, I'm just having fun. Do you ever feel you're too transparent? I am very transparent, and occasionally I find myself second-guessing my level of openness. So just wondering if you ever think twice. I think that I love people. Being in the music industry doesn't really afford you to talk. You sing. So social media is a place where I kind of get to say what I'm thinking. No, I don't feel too transparent, and you guys don't see everything. Your favorite hairstyle that you love to rock? My personal favorite is the high top fade. That was one of my favorite hairstyles. I loved my high top fade. I also felt like I looked a little bit like a boy. So balancing that with girliness was just kind of hard for me. This next style is going to be kind of like the more girly version if I go where I'm thinking I'm going to go next. Can a regular 9-to-5 guy get a date? First of all, if you're referring to yourself as regular, that's kind of where the problem lies. I have a hard time dating regular people. Regular means to me that you're okay with the status quo and you're not pushing past it. Because I spend so much time pushing past the status quo, I don't feel like I'd be understood by somebody who doesn't have the same amount of drive. So would I date someone who has a job and the hours are between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m.? Yes, but I would not date a regular guy. I know it was scary deciding to open up to the world fans after hiding for so long behind the music. How do you feel about your decision now? It's my favorite question. So when I got into the music industry, we were at the beginning of Twitter. And so when I was on tour, like for instance, touring the Epiphany album, I was on Twitter every day in the back of the bus. I never felt like I was closed off to you guys. I was closed off to media, interviews, red carpets, publicists. But you guys, I've always stayed in contact with. That's been the exciting part of my career, is that now that I've spent so much time with you guys, we kind of got a relationship going on. We can refer to ourselves as something, Hipster Nation. Opening up to the media, television, red carpets, publicity, more radio interviews, I'm finally comfortable with that. But that's because I have you guys' support. Oh, by the way, this phone case, I think that it's really cool because the girl kind of looks a little bit like me. She has like braids and stuff, but it's from Dynamite Design. If you need a new phone case, check out Dynamite Design, and we'll put all the info in the comment section below. Are you vegan or vegetarian? Strict vegetarian and vegan are different. I tried to go back into eating some meat again, and did that after 3 years of being vegetarian, then vegan, and then raw vegan. I started just feeling like really bogged down. Do you guys really want to know all this right now? Should I tell them all this account real quick? Sure. Okay. So I started off on a 60-day juice feast. I got all this clarity. I was praying a lot, I was meditating a lot, doing lots of yoga. So that was the beginning. And then I began to introduce gradually vegetables and vegetable soup back into my life. Then lots of more fruit, and then starches and carbohydrates and protein and all that kind of stuff. Before I went on a juice feast, I became a vegetarian and then vegan. And what I found was the more stuff I took out, the easier it was to take out more stuff. I took out cream, then I took out milk, then I took out skim milk. And then I became an actual vegan where I like literally just did away with animal product, anything. And I really felt centered at that point because I just felt like it was kind of like being as harmless as I could towards all creatures. After 2 years and 9 months of being vegetarian and vegan, I became raw vegan. I would eat like half a watermelon for breakfast and mangoes for lunch. While I was doing that, all of a sudden, I was starting to get fruit belly, which you can go on YouTube and find out what fruit belly is, but my belly began to expand in a weird way. I was supposed to see the doctor, and she was like, girl, you need to come off this raw vegan thing. For like the last 5 months, I was like going back and forth with like eating some chicken, some fish, and all this kind of stuff. When I was in St. Lucia, I was like, yeah, when I get home, I'm just gonna go back to what feels right. So I am back vegan again. If you guys want to talk about any of these subjects more in depth, totally ask more questions in the comment section. If you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and don't forget to comment and subscribe. Obviously, if you can't tell, I'm such a comment bagger, so I'll be hanging out with you guys in the comments below. Let me know. Love you so much. God bless you. I'll see you soon. Peace.